Hello and welcome back to another video. You guys did it. You are on day 7, like finally. So after every week, so we done like 6 videos so far, and this is the 7th one is going to be a review one. So this way you see like what do you remember and stuff like that, and also so that like you don't have like too much information and feel yourself like overwhelmed. Okay. So we done like from like easy to a little bit like there is some of them like that difficult, and there are some of them that all right. So okay, for this video it's going to be like a review, and yeah, hope you enjoy it. You still have to practice. You have to practice like every day. So I done this with like this challenge for you guys, like to really challenge yourself to practice pretty much every day, every single day. So yeah, do you remember the first challenge? What did we learn? What is the words that we learned? Okay, we're going to start with this one. Do you know how to pronounce this? I hope you know. Is kidair, kidair, kidair. So what did we say about kidair? What does it mean? We said it means either how is, to mean how is the weather, how is this, how is that, how is your husband, how is your wife. Okay, so try to pause the video and try to remember as like kind of like evaluating yourself and see what do you remember with kidair. We can use kidair by itself. We said we can, if we are like just to say like how are you doing, we see kidair. If you are talking to a male, if you're talking to a female, you have to see kidaira. Sorry guys, I'm talking fast. I don't know why I'm just I haven't even drunk my coffee. And if we're talking to a group of people, we see kidairin, kidairin, kidairin. Okay, kidair, kidaira, kidairin. Okay, so to say how is something, we basically what we do use kidair. For example, we saw the first example is how is the weather. Okay, so it was kidair الجو, kidair الجو. Okay, we said if you are talking to say ask someone about their husband, you would say like kidair راجلك, kidair راجلك, kidair راجلك, kidair راجلك. I hope you guys already like speak a little bit like better than the first time you ever tried. You have to be like very familiar with these words. Kidaira. So here we add the A because what I'm going to say after it is female. So kidaira maratik is like your wife. Kidaira maratik. Kidaira maratik. Okay, what is the word for عائلة? Kidaira. Okay, sorry, kidaira العائلة. Do you remember pronunciation for this? What did I say? Is la. When you get to the I, you pronounce it E. La ila. كدايرة la ila. Okay? So yes. كداير الجو, كداير راجلك, كدايرة مراتك, كدايرة العائلة. We also ask like so like how to say like how is work. So how to say how is work? With literally we use another word. كدا preposition. كداير if you are talking to a male, and kidaira if you're talking to a female, okay? If it's plural, you add the in. It's like kidairin as over here. So kidair or kidaira, we see ma, which is with الخدمة. الخدمة, what is الخدمة? الخدمة is job. كداير مع الخدمة. كداير مع الخدمة. كداير مع الخدمة. كداير مع الخدمة. Okay? So what else we saw? The health, to ask how is your health. We do exactly the same thing as we did with the job. We say ki dair or ki daira ma. We have 2 words for it. Either صحة or صحيحة. Okay? I hope this one was a little bit easy for you. Okay? صحيحة. Okay, we're not going to review pretty much everything, but like the most things that I want you to remember. Okay, we have here all of these kind of things, all these beautiful things, and then what did we saw? What else did we saw? So kidayer, masha, kidayer, something, kidayer. What else? Okay, so we saw how to say good morning and good afternoon. That was in the third, I think, the third day. Okay, I'm not doing it like you just like have to mix them and see what you remember. What is صباح? صباح. صباح. صباح is morning. صباح. صباح. Just by itself. Okay. So what do we say? صباح الخير, which is like literally like morning of blessing. الخير. الخير. صباح الخير. صباح الخير. To say like good evening, which is we say like msa, which is evening, like but we don't use it often. مساء الخير, the evening of blessing to you. مساء الخير. مساء الخير. So صباح الخير, مساء الخير. Have to say good night. صباح على خير if it's to a guy. If to a female, you have to say صبحي على خير. If it's to a group of people, you have to say صبحوا على خير. Okay, so here صبحي على خير or صبح على خير, and the other one صبحوا على خير. Okay, you will tell me like why here for the plural we have the in and here we have the o. It's just the way it is. So you don't have to think about this right now if you are a beginner. So that's like a little bit complicated. Okay, so this is like literally it's not good night. It's like literally like to wake up on a good night, a good day. Sorry, a good blessing. I'm so sorry. I'm really tired. Like I've been like working all the morning. So yeah, and I literally slept like 5 hours, like literally. So صبحوا على خير, صباح or صبحي على خير, مساء الخير, صباح الخير, صباح. And then the fancy words. Do you remember, guys, the fancy words? Yes, it's like morning of bliss, like morning of light, morning of flowers, morning of jasmine. Okay, we say like صباح نور. Okay, do you remember which one is this? صباح النور? No, not ضباح. صباح النور is the morning of light. صباح النور. Okay, then we saw صباح الياسمين. Okay, صباح الياسمين, and then we saw صباح الورد, morning of flower. Okay, صباح النور, صباح الياسمين, صباح الورد. I hope you guys already practiced like back then. Okay, and then what we saw, okay, something like came up. Okay, so then we saw like how to say coffee. How to say coffee. We see القهوة. 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 How to say black coffee. We say قهوة كحلة. قهوة كحلة. By now, like you have to know that numbers are common over here. It's like some consonants that you don't have as an English or French or Spanish speaker, and we don't have word like letters for it with the common letters. So we have to create something, and that's why we have the number qa. And here we have number 7 to mean ha. Okay, قهوة كحلة. And the Moroccan coffee that's half coffee, half milk, what it is قهوة نص نص. Do you remember when I said like the broken coffee that have like just a little bit of milk? So what is called? It's called قهوة مهرسة. قهوة مهرسة. Okay? So if you notice, like it's just like 1 week and you guys like we done like a lot of different things. So what was good for tea? Yes, right. It's atay. Atay. Okay. So what was like word for juice? It was asir. 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 Okay. So what else we saw? We saw some words about the weather. We're not going to do pretty much everything. I don't want to make the video pretty long, so I'm trying to make it as summarized as it can be. So for the word for the weather is الجو. الجو. Okay. Not the Joe, not this one. That's like the weather. الجو. الجو. Okay. الجو. How to say like the weather is cold? We can say الجو. We haven't seen this. الجو سخون. Okay, سخون. To say like it is hot, you would say like كاين sad. So there is like a difference, right? So when we want to say it's hot, we use sad. Okay, we have two words, and that means literally there is like a temperature. That's why we have different words. We're not going to go too deep for this. That's a pronunciation lesson. Don't forget that. Okay, so if you're going to use the weather is hot, you're not going to say الجو سخون. We can say that it's just like not common. الجو سخون. Okay, so or كاين sad. So how do we say it's sunny? We see كاينة شمس. Okay, to say it's raining. Do you remember this one? Of course, we put like كاينة شتا. Yes, كاينة شتا, it's raining. How to say it's windy? We would say like كاين تلج. Okay, so كاين تلج. And to say it's we didn't do windy. It's windy is كاين لعجاج. Okay, كاين لعجاج. So what else we saw? So we saw to ask like the question, is it cold or is it hot or is it windy? We only use wash before any of these. Basically, we use something like that. Wash كاين sad. Is it hot? Or wash كاين البرد or wash كاين any of this. Okay, you see the structure is not like difficult. It's like with time you will get used to it and you would not like find it as difficult as you thought. So I hope this lesson is clear, just like a little summary, because you have to have like a day off, like a day break, if like we're going to do like 30-day challenge, and this day is going to be like a review. We have here like a little bit of words that we have covered, but we have like way more than we covered like the other 6 days. So you have to review. You should like really actually keep the traditional way of learning. Keep it in your notebook. Don't just like have it on like your laptop and watch it and that's it. It's good to listen, but it's good to have it on your notebook whenever you want it to just like go and or just like making notes or whatever you want to do. But it's like really helpful because the things that you write, you can imagine writing it. It was like this. It has like 7. So it's really good to have the visual, but also the visuals in your notebook. So try to do that too. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed like this challenge, the 7 days, and we still like, as we said, going to have 30 days. So we have like 6 days, we have covered them. Today it was kind of like evaluating yourself and having like a kind of like review. Tomorrow is going to be again another challenge, and we're going to keep like week after week, and it's going to get a little bit harder, but you will get like, you will learn like new sentences, you will understand a little bit about the structure. All of that is free, and don't complain again and say like there is no free things on YouTube or on Google about like Darija. Here is like free things on YouTube. You just like have to search and put your like a little time for yourself to learn Darija. And yeah, practice makes perfect. There is no other way. If you are interested in one-on-one online lesson and you want to learn directly with me and fast to really like the real way to learn more about the structure and the grammar, so you need like more than a native to learn a language, because native, they will like show you the words, show you how to say things and sentences, but that's not enough, because the moment you want to create your own sentences, you'll find it difficult. So you can't memorize everything. So they tell you like, don't give me a fish, show me how to fish. So it's about the language too. Like you have to learn like a little bit grammar. Like yeah, I know like it can be boring, but it doesn't have to be if you're going to put it into use. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, put the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. If you are interested in any of my offers, you can ask me about them through my Gmail. And also, yeah, bye bye. Wish you a great day. So I see them. Assalamu alaikum. And yeah.